Alright, well, welcome back. I went and grabbed my pack and everything, so we're going to start talking about what goes in the bug out bag. So, first thing is your shelter. Now, this is what I like to use. It's really inexpensive. I think it was about $25 at Walmart. And it's just an Ozark Trail. It sleeps two supposed to be children, but if you lay across it diagonal wise, I mean it fits a grown man just fine. It fits me just fine. And really, for a $25 tent, man, I've had this for a long time. I've attended a lot of festivals with it, gone camping a lot in this thing. I used it when I was hiking 280 miles for a whole month straight. I used this thing, and never any leaks or nothing. I mean, this tent is unbelievable for the price. I mean, $25. I mean, even if I've gotten way more than my money worth out of this one. So I mean, it's definitely a good deal here. Walmart, Ozark Trail, just a kid's tent. So other than that, now the shoes, the footwear. Now, whether you're hiking or bugging out, you need good footwear. You need to be able to, rely on your shoes, because your feet are important. You're going to be on foot a lot, So, this is what we got here. We have Columbia, and that's the brand I chose. These were $60. I got them at Famous Footwear for $60, and once again, I wore these for 280 miles, a month straight. These babies took me 280 miles, and they're not even showing any signs of wear, really. I mean, they're pretty much still brand new. So I'm going to get a whole lot more use out of these. And I always just keep a nice warm pair of socks in there with them. So those are my Columbia hiking shoes right there, and they're really great. Now, as far as your sleeping bag, okay, this is your number one most important thing here, is your sleeping bag. Now, I got mine in this is the storage bag. You're supposed to, the one I got here, it compresses, super compressible. I mean, it's a 15-degree sleeping bag, which is pretty decent. I mean, if it gets below that, I'll just have to wear all my clothes in the bag with me. But you can get a 0-degree sleeping bag at Walmart for about $70. But the problem with that is they're so bulky. You cannot compress them down. And the bag I got here, it will actually compress down and fit into this little tiny bag here. And so it makes a ball about like that, about the size of my face, So anyway, so it compresses down real small, and that's real good because you need to conserve as much space and also weight. This thing is, it's light as a feather. When I compress it down into that bag, I use the storage bag to carry food. I like to pack a bunch of food in this and just strap it onto the outside of my pack, along with my tent. My tent gets strapped onto the outside of my pack. Of course, waterproof food anyway. And of course, the tent is waterproof. So, anyways, though, this baby will pack down real tight, and then I can fit it into my bag and have a lot of space for other important things. But it's important to have a good sleeping bag. Now, this one cost me about $120. But I bought it while I was on the trail because I originally brought a $70 sleeping bag from Walmart, and and it just took up too much space, and I didn't have room for cookware or anything, so I was trying to light fires every night with wood and everything after hiking 12 miles that day. And I was just so exhausted I couldn't even light a fire to cook my food, and I realized I had to have a stove, so I decided I needed to buy a better sleeping bag that can condense down so I can fit a cook stove into my pack. So that's very important to have one that compacts down. $120, and spend the money on a good bag, on a good sleeping bag. That's a really important thing. So now onto my pack here. Now I haven't looked in this thing for a little while. I loaded it up about a couple months ago, and I haven't looked in it since, so I don't really remember where everything is and everything. So I'm just going to dig into it and look through every pocket, see what I find. First off, I got a marker here. You never know if you need to leave a message behind for somebody or something, so I put a permanent marker in there. You know, it's just something I also like to carry when I hike anyway, because I like to, when you're hiking and stuff, there's a lot of places you can leave messages for people. So when people that fall behind when you're hiking and things like that. So here, I have a notebook. Actually, that marker should be in this plastic bag here. But I got a notebook and a pen in here. You know, like I said, leaving messages behind, stuff like that. When I'm hiking, I like to keep a little journal of what's going on and everything, so I can recall the moment. You know, I love to hike. I love to be out in the mountains. If you look at my Appalachian Trail video, you'll see that I'm actually a really pretty big guy back then, and I've lost 40 pounds since. You know, I've lost a lot of weight because I picked up hiking and becoming more healthy and working out a lot more. But anyways, so on with this. This might have to be a 2-part series here. Let's see. Let's get down in here. Actually, let's go ahead and go on with the pockets. I believe I got some more stuff in the pockets here. Okay, I got a knife. Bam. So, it's just a little knife. You know, you never can have enough knives. It's really something pretty important to have. So, but that's not the only knife I got in there. I know that's for sure. Of course, also, let's see, that's empty. I also got my water bottle, and it's clipped on the side here. Bam! Got my water bottle right there. It's clipped on the side. I got a tin one, or it's aluminum, right? So I can even put some hot stuff in there, so it won't melt anything. I put the you know, some hot cocoa in there and stuff like that. So now on the side here, I got my trekking pole. Now, if you're ever gonna go hiking or anything like that, this extends out, of course. But if you're ever gonna go hiking or anything, you need to have a trekking pole. I mean, I didn't have one when I went the first time. Big mistake. I ended up just making a walking stick, and I found this along the trail. Somebody had left it behind, so I said, well, I guess I'll take it, and I'll see if anybody if I can find anybody who owns it. Nobody ever said they owned it, so probably the hiker that gave up and left this pole behind. So anyway, so this is probably going to be a 2-part series, but okay, I got some some cutters, some insect repellent. You know, it's always good to have whenever you're out in the wilderness and stuff. Those babies can eat you up, so always good to have. I got some jock itch powder spray. If you're walking around a lot and everything, you know, this is just help fight off any bacteria and stuff. If you can't get washed up enough, you know, if you can't get washed up periodically and everything, help to fight off any infections or anything like that. Got a first aid kit, and it's just a small first aid kit. I ordered it off of Amazon. Just a tiny little first aid kit. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, as far as needle and thread and you know, sew you up, tape. I don't want to open it up. It's good and sealed, but it's got Band-Aids and you know, all kinds of different antibiotics and alcohol swabs and stuff like that. Normal first aid stuff. Get you a little first aid kit. You gotta have something. You gotta have some sort of first aid. All right, now here's my baby. This is my favorite part right here. This is my baby. Okay, so this guy right here. This is a Smith & Wesson search and rescue knife. And this is the best knife I've ever owned. See if you can. Smith & Wesson Search and Rescue. I don't know if you see it. It's been used quite a bit, but this baby does not get dull. Oh my God, this thing is so sharp, and I've done everything with it. I made a walking stick out of it with it. This is what I made my walking stick with. All kinds of stuff. The case is hard plastic. I mean, it's really hard plastic. It's real durable, and it's got a little sharpener in it too. So I mean, I've never had to use the sharpener yet though. Because the thing is so sharp all the time. And this is my baby. I got this for $30, right around $30 on Amazon. And I suggest getting this baby. This is a bad boy. And I like to play around throwing knives and stuff. I never really got good at it, but so I always hit the handle and stuff like that. So I wanted one with a real durable handle. And this baby has not budged. I mean, I've thrown this thing at all kinds of things, and this baby has not even budged at all. So, I mean, this is a good knife. So, definitely, this knife right here. Smith & Wesson Search and Rescue. Get it on Amazon for $30. Great buy. Great buy. I got a rag so I can clean up with. I got a little fishing kit in here. Now, I usually don't take this hiking with me, but I got my little fishing kit for the survival aspect. It's got all kinds of stuff, razor blade, it's got some fishing line and some hooks in there. I don't carry a pole with me because it's all about going light. When I first went on the trail, I had like 45 pounds on my back, and that's way too much. I knocked it down to 30 pounds, but it's all about going light. You gotta go light because you want to be, otherwise you're gonna kill yourself. So gotta go light. But so no fishing pole. I got the line and everything. I can tie it to the end of a stick and go fishing. I got some paracord. Always good to have some sort of rope, paracord stuff. Build you a shelter.